I was like, this was my year.
Okay.
I'm going to quit my job. And then the pandemic happened. But it was really a blessing in disguise because everything took off, like everything changed.
Is there a lot of like ego in the culinary space where it's like the certain school that you went to?
think, yeah.
Is it like there's a Harvard of cooking?
You should pay attention to what you are putting in your body. If you're
100%.
eating meat, veggies, whatever.
You gotta put some life around that cooking too, though.
Yeah.
Bring the plate to life.
This is about the playground for your dreams, because it's not something that you can give up. Well, Keith, we got another one today.
Yes, sir.
Got a special guest, man.
Yes, sir.
A friend of the family. Just Add Hot Sauce, also known as Alex Hill.
Just Add Hot.
She's coming in. So now I got to meet her first when I was doing a podcast with Brandon Marshall.
Okay.
And she came on, man, and I was cracking up because, you know, the way the format of the show was, you know, we'd have the podcast going and then a chef would come out and bring food and we kind of eat for the second half of it. Well, she made a spicy ass dish.
Yeah.
Man. Her grandma's recipe. And I mean, it was good. But I'm looking, it was dudes on the podcast coughing and choking. The spice was tearing their ass up, man. And we were weak. And she was so embarrassed. But I was like, it's actually really good. They just don't have good palates. But my brother Swaggy P, man, he was struggling. But that was the first time I met her. And, you know, since then, just it's been really cool to watch her just blow up. She's got her own show. She's doing so much, you know, in the culinary space without being classically trained.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great lesson for folks that you don't need all the education at times.
No,
right? Like
it could be a benefit
passionate.
a lot of times.
Yeah.
I think that's the era of like non-traditional. You know what I mean? Not going those traditional routes, because that's what the world has always been given. So what's the twist? What's the new thing? The new thing is now, right, seeing people that don't have those classical routes, those traditional educations, what has been essentially the gatekeeper way of saying, hey, this is the way of doing it as success. And people say, okay, well, we've had that. What's new?
That's it.
You're not going to get something new direct from the gatekeepers. You're going to get it from people that didn't go through those gates and they say, hey, I got a way to do it, and it's actually good. It's well received, you know, because I don't think I need my chef to need to learn how to sprinkle crumbs across the platter in order for it to be good. You better know how to spice it up. You feel me?
And I think that's what we all want now is like the comfort food, you know, and this lifestyle that we all have that's super busy. You know, you can't sustain yourself with Michelin restaurants.
But I will say
good
this.
old soul food.
I ain't gonna lie though. We eat too much in America, man.
It's a fact.
Because really, them French people, they don't be eating that much, but they be like, bro, I don't need to. We get a plate out here and it be for a whole family and it be one person. They get out here and be like, why do I need this much food on the plate? Because like we eat till we get full and you're not even supposed to do that.
Yeah, no, that's bad habits. But I also think when the food isn't as flavorful, you end up thinking you need more.
Right.
When you have good flavor, you don't need a lot.
See, now you hitting it. Because
So
I think that's the realest thing. Like when you got really good, because even at them restaurants, you
You're satisfied.
And you'll be satisfied.
Absolutely.
And you're eating slower as well.
100%.
Right? And I think that's the fullness doesn't come from this feeling of being overstuffed. Right? It's the satisfaction that it comes from. That's the true highlight.
And to me, that's what we've lost. And I think the French have nailed that with their dining experience. Because, you know, one, it's a lot of courses.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing is about, it's the entertainment aspect of the company, right? Enjoying each other's company, and you're eating over time. You know, I think once we stopped eating at the table, things shifted.
Yeah, because they're not bringing everything at once. You got your first course, second, third, fourth.
Allow yourself to feel full, get satisfied, you know, but I think that's where we got to bring some of that back. But I like what Alex does with it's comfort food. It's things that you can do, and she's teaching people the process. Now they can make a meal with their families, do it together. They can sit down and eat together. And I think that's what a lot of us are missing, because a lot of people didn't grow up like I grew up, where my family taught me how to cook. I grew up cooking with my parents in the kitchen. That was just part of the experience. So I was allowed in the kitchen.
And see, I grew up at a bakery. I didn't grow up cooking the dinner. I grew up cooking the dessert.
There it is.
You know, one of my first jobs.
Come on.
You know what I mean? I ran a bakery by myself at the age of 15.
You was an entrepreneur back then.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, it's in the blood.
This is one of the highlights of my life.
That's it, man. 19. Come on. Well, let's bring her on out. All right, y'all, welcome back. We got another episode of Manifest House. I am excited today because I actually got one of my homegirls, man. She trains with my lady. She's over here on her fitness game, all that. But we got the magnificent Alex, known as the TV host, the recipe developer, the homegirl cook, whatever you want to call it. She's just dope all around. And we're going to get into some real spicy topics. Is what I'd like to say. We're going to try to do here. But we're going to keep it a little safe for y'all. We're going to welcome.
Sure.
Welcome to the show. We appreciate you coming in.
Welcome to the house.
Got my good brother, 19 Keys, so you're gonna get a little bit of everything today.
I'm here to keep the equanimity, the balance.
We were talking backstage.
It got real. You know,
It's not really a stage, though.
Okay, well,
the room
there.
back there.
No, don't give away all the secrets. No, it's an amazing production that we are in. There's so much stuff.
Oh, people start
behind the
asking
scenes.
for money and think you got stages and stuff.
Well,
It's just the room.
it's
Relax.
lovely.
We were talking in the back room.
we was in the closet. We was in the closet, huddled up, trying to figure out what we're gonna talk about.
I've never been in the closet. No,
Here we go.
clothes go in there. That's about it.
Well, Alex, I want to go back, right?
Okay.
Because I got to meet you on the show with I Am Athlete,
Yes.
right? With Brandon Marshall, and you cooked some very spicy dishes on that one,
Yeah.
and I thought were amazing. But we had some
I went a little
some more-
heavy on the
yeah, some folks, their palates weren't exactly as developed as ours, so they had some difficulty, but we got through it. Shout out to Swaggy Pete. You're gonna be all right, man. We're gonna get a little more spice.
He can't take heat.
He can't take the heat, man. He can't take the heat. But take us back, man. I want to go back before you came to LA. Give us the origin story.
Ooh.
Yeah, give it to us.
Well, tell me if I'm taking too long because I have trouble landing.
We'll cut you off.
Landing the plane sometimes. But I've been cooking since I was 11 or 12.
Okay.
I was very shy growing up. People don't think that, but I was.
Yeah, don't believe that at
Yeah,
all.
I know. I was very shy. And I just loved cooking for my mom. I really wanted to go to culinary school outside of high school. And she said, absolutely not. She was like, I want you to go to a 4-year. If you think about cooking after, we'll take that on. I thought about cooking after. So I went to Hampton. HBCU down.
Yeah, I want to get into that because I saw you at the White House. So I want to know how it was.
It was an
Did you-
HBCU
Did
dinner.
you cook for Kamala?
No.
In between Sexy Red
No.
playing?
Oh, I know.
Because I
That
saw
was-
a lot of that.
It
There was a
was
lot of
funny.
twerking. There was a lot of twerking.
Wait a minute.
In the White House,
was
it looked
going
like.
on?
So the VP hosted an HBCU like dinner. And it was a party.
Okay.
So it was like different HBCU leaders in like their respective communities. And then there was a DJ.
And Sexy Red was there?
No, the DJ played Sexy Red.
Okay.
Those were all the clips I saw.
And back that ass up. So
So it's quite positive.
it was a good time.
Good.
Called the Black Vote.
All right, so you always been cooking. And what? Yeah.
Hey, listen, man. The 19 Keys over here. You know I'm gonna say what I'm gonna
An
say.
election is coming up.
We know that.
Hey, we business people over here.
You know?
I'm for everybody.
Oh my God.
All right, but we got the origin story. All right, so growing and what's your background again? Because you cook a lot of Spanish food. So
I'm Black and Puerto Rican.
Okay, so all right, so
My mom is Puerto Rican, my dad's Black,
Okay.
and they're both from New York.
okay, so you have a lot of
that's a
Puerto
loud
Rican
household.
influence. So you were
Very loud.
So the dishes you were making growing up, were they more
A lot of Puerto Rican food.
Okay,
Because I
okay.
was raised with my mom. Parents divorced, but raised with my mom.
Okay.
And so we made a lot of Puerto Rican food.
Okay.
So that's how I learned how to cook. And then that's like some of my popular recipes to this day is all
arroz
my,
con pollo?
you
Yeah,
know? all
yeah.
my
I like
recipes.
Puerto Rico. What's
yeah.
what's a classic Puerto Rican dish?
Probably like, it's called chicken fricassee.
Chicken fricassee.
It's like
Chicken
stewed-
fricassee in the hood.
No, what's
am
that
chicken
one that's like mashed potatoes, but it's not?
Yuca.
It got some kind of other name.
Mofongo?
Mofongo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more
Dominican though, right?
No, it's Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican?
It's Puerto
Okay,
Rican.
come
But
on.
Dominicans have it too. But
Okay.
yeah, we're
The
known for like
mofongo was
mofongo.
hitting for sure. though.
Yeah, it's green plantain.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So cooking for the family.
cooking for the family, went to Hampton. I still want to go to culinary school, but I was already in debt from school.
You know I want to go to, by the way. That's
What,
a dream of
culinary
mine, culinary school.
Really?
Yeah, we've never talked about
I
that.
still want to go.
Yeah.
But I went to so many open houses post college, and I was like, I can't spend that amount of money.
Okay.
So I was working in PR and marketing. That's my background. And I decided to start a blog in 2017 just to kind of like get my passion out there. And then lots of starts and stops because imposter syndrome. I was like, oh my God, I can't do this and all those things.
Wait, talk about it. Hold on. Don't just run over that.
You said imposter syndrome?
Yeah.
Okay.
Meaning?
So, because I feel like he was about to say something. Like,
I'm just thinking, imposter syndrome, I feel like means different things to different people.
so it's almost like I'm not capable of doing something, even though like I have like, I didn't go to culinary school. And I'm very proud that I didn't go to culinary school, but I think it's still like an insecurity of like, I didn't get classically trained.
Okay.
And some chefs are very much like I was at an event and he was kind of like, so I won't say his name, but he was
You
like,
can say his name.
no, because he was like, well, I think he said what's your background? So I'm thinking he was saying like, oh, like, are you black and like whatever?
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, I'm Black and Puerto Rican. He goes, oh no, what culinary school did you go to? So I was flustered. I was like, I didn't go to culinary school, but he was like such a dick about it. I was like, dang. So it's still like a little part of me that is like,
Yeah.
you know,
I think it was just because you answered it that way.
no, but like it's
He thought
still
you would
a
catch
thing.
the context because y'all was in a
Probably.
Or he's-
culinary
And I was in a
environment.
culinary like kitchen.
Yeah.
He's probably just asshole too.
No, it was
Yeah,
definitely.
I like to give people grace.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
You know?
Yeah.
It
You know
happens.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Probably a good brother.
So is there a lot of like ego in the culinary space where it's like the certain school that you went
I
to?
think, yeah.
Is it like there's a Harvard of
Yeah.
cooking? Okay.
Like,
All right.
especially
What is
with
that?
the
Is that the
internet.
cordon bleus and all that?
It's like not the CIA, like the Institute of Culinary Education, like
CIA.
Culinary Institute of America. Like it's
yeah.
all of those. Like if you go to Paris, it's like a big thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think there is ego.
Okay.
But like, especially with the internet now, you do anything. You like, oh, I cook. I'm a good cook. And no one's tasted your food because it's on the internet. So it's like,
It looks good. You got all
but it
the
looks
ASMR.
good. Right.
But that's a
Right.
big part of it, though, presentation.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And it took
Marketing
me a
and
long
PR.
time. Like that's my background. It took me a long time to just like
Okay.
understand. And like YouTube University was my best friend. So like I took editing courses and like photography courses because I was like, I have to understand my craft. So just for the internet.
So what's the difference between a 1-star chef and a 5-star chef?
Like, I think listen, food is very subjective. You can taste a dish and you can be like, that is not up to par, and I can taste it and it could be great. So I think it just really depends on your palate level. And like, there's 5 senses of food. It's like sour, it's sweet, it's spice, it's savory, it's all of those things. So it's like when you taste a dish, you should be able to taste those different senses.
Yeah.
And it's like texture, it's all the things that goes into a meal. Presentation, like, and a dish can be very pretty and be bland as
Lots of times.
right. And people don't use salt. I don't know why.
Yeah,
people
you
don't use
season
salt.
your food. I know
So
that.
people need to use
What's
salt.
that highest rating of restaurant you can get?
Michelin star.
Michelin star. So how do a person get to? I don't know if you got all this information in your head, but how does a person become like? How they get a Michelin star? Because I'd have been to some nice Michelin star restaurants.
So you know how it started?
In my time.
Because like the Michelin star is like, it's basically for the tires. So it's like the Michelin tire.
so
It's the same company?
Yeah. So it's basically like
That's why I can't trust it.
if you go away and like you're in, let's say, Puerto Rico, and like you're like, oh, is it worth to stop while you're traveling? So that's like the background of like a Michelin,
Michelins.
because it's
But it's the same company?
yeah. It started with, it's like the Michelin.
That's like truck stop food. Then.
But I think it got like, I don't know exactly, but I know it started off like, oh, is it worth to stop while you're traveling?
That makes sense.
While you're
That makes
traveling.
sense.
It makes sense, but it feel a little ghetto now. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not I don't think they're combined at this point, but it's like,
I
That,
know,
was,
but-
that was a purpose behind it, though.
yeah. Like basically, is it worth my time to stop while I'm traveling?
Should it be a destination?
Yeah.
Right. Is
Okay.
it a
That makes sense.
destination?
That's dope.
Because I've been seeing a lot more black people getting the Michelin stars. Well, they should have been got them.
Because it was the
Yeah.
types of foods. So it used to only go like, it was going to all the like French
Like
food,
French, because
right?
that's what
And then-
culinary school is.
Yeah, and then maybe it started some Italians, but then I remember when like you started seeing some of the Asian cuisine getting it, right? And that was booming. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, the food movement in Peru and some of that.
Yeah.
Now we got some soul food.
Yeah,
Some
and I think
Creole
the next wave
And
is probably
vegan.
vegan restaurant. That's
some
what I was about to say.
vegan.
Yeah,
There's
I'd never
some
seen a vegan.
no, they
Michelin.
got
are.
they got some. You gotta extend
Let
your
me know where
taste
those are so I can check it out. And
Put a
I'll leave
list up
review.
there on the screen.
Yeah, somebody do that. I'm gonna leave a review. I'll let you know because I don't want these beyond.
The restaurants are going to like
these
experiences
black
now.
bean
Yeah.
pates. I'm a pass on
You
that.
know,
No, you gotta have a little black bean pate. Step your game up first of all.
No.
I'm not a vegan, so
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
he is funny. He is very funny.
I'm just conversing.
All right. So as you've gone through, so you professionally were, in marketing and PR, but you were cooking and had your food blog and everything on the side.
On the side, yeah.
Did you know that you wanted to be exclusively, right, like profession-wise, you just wanted to cook?
Hold on, don't skip to the food blog. Don't skip the food blog. Vlogging not easy. I want to know about
No,
the
blogging
vlogging.
is not easy. I still have my food blog, so I still upload recipes. But I started because I was like, I don't want to be a chef in a kitchen. I knew that, but I didn't really understand like what can I do with like my passion. So I started a food blog and just uploading like my recipes or whatever that I learned from when I was little. So it was a lot of, and I'm not good at technology. So I was like, Squarespace customer service. Like I did not know what I was doing. But it was 2018. I was like, I think I want to do this full time. I don't know how. And I was working at Team Epiphany.
Oh yeah.
And
Shout out to Coltrane.
they're my
brother?
family. But like, he was like, in an interview, he was like, what do you do outside of work? And I was like, oh, I have a food blog. He was like, well, please keep doing that because like, that's how we started Team Epiphany. Like, we are entrepreneurs
It's real.
first. And so he really encouraged me to like get back into food.
Oh, I love that.
And then he let me film at his house and I was doing like cooking with friends. So he really, my first cooking class, it was all Team Epiphany people.
Okay.
So like they really encouraged me.
I've been thinking about starting a food blog myself.
You should.
Yeah.
For vegans?
I mean, just for heathens, vegans.
Heathens.
Yeah, I mean, everybody. I don't want to exclude
Do you cook,
anybody.
Keith?
Sometimes.
Yeah. How often do you cook?
Not often enough because I travel so much.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. I want to do a food blog, right? Because I eat all sort of good food all around the world, but more so about, I have this big thing of eating in America is heavy, right?
Yeah.
And it's about the experience and what we eat and how we eat. Not even just the recipe, the food, but it's like how you supposed to feel afterwards.
Well, I do think that it's all about like what you put in your body, but also like locally sourcing what you eat. Like I shop like a lot at farmers markets.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like I know where my food is coming from.
Yeah.
I know and I eat meat. That sounds crazy, but yeah, I eat meat. So it's like
I'm not here to judge.
Yeah.
but it's like I get meat
Totally
that are
understandable.
like grass fed, that are like pasture raised, all that. So it's like
That's also vegan.
it's not vegan.
No, the animals are vegan.
Oh yes,
So transitively.
right. So I know it's going inside my body.
Yeah, so that counts for you.
See?
Yeah.
So I'm vegan.
If the meat that you eat is only eating grass,
Right.
you good.
Yeah.
We should tell you something about that.
You're
If
eating
the
a healthier
animals you eat are eating the grass, maybe you should eat the grass.
No, you're getting the
Well,
nutrients through the animal.
Yeah, I'm still
Why don't
not
you
gonna
just
eat
go
grass.
straight to the nutrients and spice them up?
You can.
Exactly.
But
Talk
I
about that
like-
a little bit.
No, but I like pork.
Yeah, don't take
and ribs.
Don't take the
Oh,
because ribs are
man.
delicious.
Chicken.
Sister.
Yes. So all right,
Don't get past the trichonine worm. When I was younger, this thing that we would do. We would take a pork chop in the hood, you know what I mean? We would set it on a slab like this. And we put it out in the hot sun. And what the hot sun would do, it would rise up the trichonine worm out of it. And you could see this big thing just moving outside of it. And this would scare people away from pork for the rest of their life. Because what happens is people got all them little worms in their body. And they be thinking they craving sugar. What it is the worm telling you what to eat so it can feed itself.
That's
So
real.
you got to be careful out
Got to
there.
get rid of the worms.
No, listen.
But no, continue though.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well,
Where were we?
see,
Yeah.
I'm limiting.
Just sharing my childhood.
Listen, I
Cause my
thank you.
grandma, she ate pork chops, smoked cigarettes, and drank 30 cans of Pepsi every single day. And she caught cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, everything you can name in the book. So I just want to see black men and women have healthier lifestyles. That's all.
And same, but if you are not vegan and you eat meat.
Well, no, I ain't gotta be vegan.
Okay, vegan, vegetarian,
You can
whatever.
take vegan out of vegan.
Okay,
just
vegan.
mean it was these white dudes that like cows so much that they decided to go vegan.
But I think you should pay attention to what you are putting in your body. If you are eating
100%.
meat, veggies, whatever.
Yes.
So we can agree on that.
Yes.
Within moderation.
Within moderation.
Yeah, overconsumption.
And also working out.
Come on.
Yeah.
Thanks to Chev.
There it is.
Getting some
Shout out to
sun,
Chef.
some
Yeah.
nature. You
So
dig?
all right. So you working, you're building a blog on the side.
Yeah.
This is 2018. Mm-hmm. So now so what happened?
So I started doing in-person cooking classes.
Okay.
Well, I did one because I was like, this was my year.
Okay.
I'm going to quit my job. And then the pandemic happened. But it was really a blessing in disguise because everything took off, like everything changed. Because people were forced to be home and they were like, oh, I have to cook. I can't order out.
Experiment with-
I can't do anything. So
awesome.
people started coming to my Instagram.
Okay.
I started growing my following and then everything changed. And then I quit my job.
So now you were in DC.
No, I was in New York.
You were in New York.
I was in New York. Yeah.
Okay. So then in New York, you moved to LA.
So I was in New York for 9 years.
Okay.
And then I had to go back to DC to learn a lesson,
Okay.
a little relationship lesson.
Talk about
You
it.
know?
I'm like, what is this? I
A
was like,
lesson.
had to
I was
learn
over here
a
trying to figure. I was like, what lesson is this?
I had to learn a lesson.
I was like,
President
this is a love
sent you to
lesson.
DC. What's going
It
on?
was a love lesson.
Well, share that. We want the love
What
lesson.
was the
too.
lesson? We don't want to have to go through that.
So, I don't want to go through that again either.
Okay.
I was with a partner for 6 years.
Okay.
6 years. And we moved back to DC from New York because
Okay.
I quit my job
In the pandemic.
2021.
Okay.
No, 2022. No, 2021.
Okay. All right.
And then we broke up.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm either going to move back to New York or I was going to move to Atlanta. But then I was like, Atlanta's kind of
He became a vegan, didn't he?
No!
No. I was trying to figure out what the lesson
No.
was. I
Listen.
just wanted to know what the lesson was.
Sometimes ladies,
It could have been the other way.
What?
Meat eater.
No, it wasn't because of that.
I'm just throwing out options of thought.
But I moved for love and
Okay.
unfortunately did not work out.
Okay.
So I was like, I think I'm going to move to LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
right.
So came here September 2022.
Okay. So now it hasn't been that long.
A year now?
And what was the goal? When you were envisioning your move, right? Because a breakup, especially after that long, that's
Yeah.
a reset, right? And you
Yeah.
also had a career reset. So
Right.
you got a lot of
I had a
resets
lot
happening.
That's why I
at
was
the
in
same
therapy
time.
every week.
Well, good.
Yeah.
We can talk about that. So that
therapy is necessary.
No, that is
Oh,
amazing.
we agree on something.
Very
Yeah,
helpful.
therapy.
Very, very helpful.
we
Therapy.
had at least 68.7% agreement during this conversation.
Therapy. I was in therapy every
About.
week. Yeah.
about.
Yeah. Let's 70.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
Strong. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Taurus, so it makes sense.
There it is. Well, this is all right. Here we go. So now with that,
Mm-hmm.
what were you dreaming?
Well,
So you said
a
just take me back.
man, but no.
I was about to say a better relationship.
So you're in DC.
I'm in DC.
You just had a breakup.
I broke up with my ex.
You cooking your ass off because people are still
Breakup food.
they on the blog daily.
Yeah.
They are just
I-
checking for everything.
I made a lot of breakup food.
Okay, probably delicious.
It was great. It was a lot of breakup food, a lot of pasta.
Need that recipe.
And I was like, ooh, damn. I was like, how am I going to
Women cook better at the breakups, huh? Because they got a point to prove. Like, you missing this.
I mean, I always cooked really good.
I know, but
So,
it's like that extra. Like, you don't know you wish you
I
had
was
this.
actually outside more. Like I was in the street.
Oh.
Like not like that, but like but like I was
Well, I mean, that's
Cut.
That's the.
but I was like partying.
Okay,
That's what we
Hey,
thought.
I was a girlfriend for so long, so I was like, I'm not gonna get in these streets and party.
No, that's usually the
Sounds
steps
healthy.
of events that follows after a breakup.
Yeah.
No, sounds,
Yeah.
sounds
To
healthy.
the streets.
So you're in DC. You're kicking it.
Yeah.
Because where are you from?
DC.
Okay, so you back home. So you got a
okay.
crew. So
Yeah.
you are. So honestly, probably pretty happy.
Oh yeah, I was
Aside from
happy.
that,
Yeah.
what were you dreaming of? So when you were like, all right, maybe Atlanta, maybe LA, what was the decision process?
Well, I kept coming back and forth to LA for work.
Okay.
Like different like events I would get hired for, and then I
Okay.
did Access Hollywood. So I was like, I feel like LA is the move, and
Okay.
I've always wanted a cooking show. Like that's what I've always wanted. That's what I've always pretended to do when I was younger.
Okay.
So I was like, I think I'm just going to move out here and see what the happens.
Just took a risk.
Yeah.
Love it.
And every time I've taken a risk, it's always paid off.
That's the thing then. All right.
Yeah.
So you're a risk taker.
I mean, I will like lightly jump.
Okay. Okay. Toe in the water.
Toe in the water.
Okay.
But once I'm there, I'm like, okay, this is it. Yeah.
All right. All right. I respect that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get to LA. Mm-hmm. And now it just, he about to cleanse us.
You know, you got to clear the air. There's a lot of streets going on.
Streets are wild. We're going to bless up in there. But so you get to LA. Mm-hmm. Was it all that you thought it was going to be?
I didn't know.
Okay.
I really was like, I don't know. Like, I remember I went to an event at Tastemade where now is where my cooking show.
I was about to say, yeah.
And they reached out to me like probably a year before.
Okay.
And was like, oh, like, where are you based? I was like, I'm in DC, so I'm thinking about moving to LA. And I went to that event in September. She was like, oh, you're here now? And I was like, yeah. And then
It blew up. All right. So
Yeah.
you put yourself in position, and things took off. So, all right, I gotta ask on the personal side. So from the breakup, how was LA treating you as a woman of color in
Yeah.
LA? Be honest, because I hear it's not as easy for y'all sometimes.
Okay, I don't believe that.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm having a great time dating.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's been a really good time.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, I've had because I was in a relationship for a very long time. Yeah, clear that energy.
Do you? Let me ask you this, because I know this is important in the dating world right now. Because you got.
I'm joking. I was doing extra. Sorry. Okay. I'm being extra.
Do you ask them if they watch high level conversations?
Huh? Wait, what? High level conversation?
Yes. That's an important question. Every time you meet a man, ask them if they watch high level. Why'd y'all laugh?
Wait, but I don't. Is that a podcast?
No, it's a show. It's one of the best shows in the world.
Oh.
Gotta watch it. But it's like the most meaningful content, especially that informs men how to be high level.
Is it your show? Like
It's the people's show.
It's his show. It's your show.
It's
See,
the people's show.
You were being
The
funny.
best show in the world. I'm not being funny. I promise you. You meet a guy, he say he watch high level. That's the one for you. It's part of the.
Well, as long as he don't watch.
Let's not go there. Let's
Okay.
leave it. Yep, cut it. I don't know.
Not sure
I don't know
what
where
you about
this is
to
going.
say.
Never mind, because my brother likes him, but
Who? Dr. Umar?
no,
Club Shay Shay.
no, he likes him too. What's the man who passed away?
Oh, Kevin Samuel.
Yeah.
Samuel.
Oh no, it ain't no show like that.
Yeah.
It ain't a show
Oh,
like
okay.
that. No.
Yeah.
That was a good show. There was some positive stuff on there.
But high level ain't a relationship show.
No.
Oh.
No.
Is it your show though?
It's the people's show.
What does that mean?
I
means
mean, like
it's-
it's
it means
the
it's
number
his
one
show.
It's
people's
his show.
choice show in the
Oh,
world.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will be sure to ask.
So I want to hear more about Tastemate in your show.
So it's called Spice Spice Baby.
Come on.
It premiered last October and it's still streaming.
Congratulations.
Thank
Congrats.
you. Thank
Congrats.
you. It's like a love letter to my mom.
Okay.
It's, Puerto Rican food, American food, but it's all dishes that from different chapters of my life. So it's really good.
So let me ask you, how do you prepare chicken? Because I know it was all these debates on the internet about the chicken preparation and the washing process or the non-washing process beforehand.
Okay. So at home, I washed my chicken. So
With what?
white vinegar or lemons. My mom taught me vinegar,
Okay.
but a lot of Caribbean households, I think it's like lemons or limes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you go to restaurants, they don't be washing chicken.
Just a little rinse though. A little rinse. Don't they rinse? They don't rinse?
One of my chef friends
Wow.
said they don't like.
no
I think
chicken
it's just
washing.
like it's a black
Yeah.
and in Dominican whatever Spanish thing.
I mean, I guess technically, you cook off whatever
Yeah,
is there.
yeah.
It's a spiritual thing. It's like a baptism for chicken.
I mean, you could think of it like that. Or just rinsing some chicken with some water. Mm-hmm. But I was always taught to rinse my chicken.
Yeah, I mean, rinse your chicken, rinse your vegetables.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pray over
rinse
it,
everything.
the whole nine.
It's been touched.
Yeah.
Been played with.
Yeah.
You
So
should cleanse it. I don't know. That's what it seems like to me. All right,
So,
you
about
rinse it.
going to like, I want to learn how to cook, right? Like cook really good. So how long does it take for a process? Like, what do you have to know the most to be a good chef, right? Is it the herbs? What is it?
I think you really have to understand like the taste of food, but cooking is really about like time and temperature and like patience because it's an instinct. Like some people
That's what I was going to say. Instinct.
some people really just like, some people aren't great cooks and that's fine. But I think if you have like instinct and you're like, okay, this heat is a little bit too hot. Like this needs to braise a little bit more. And I think it's in really researching things like, okay, when you're a great griller.
I mean, I'm a great cook, but
Yes, okay.
But I'm an exceptional griller as well.
So my dad also is a great griller. And he told me, and I learned this like outside of school, he was like, when you are cooking any type of protein, you should let it get to room temperature because at anything, it's still like a muscle. So imagine if you're going outside in the cold, what do you do when you don't have a jacket on?
When I don't have a jacket on?
Yeah.
And I'm outside
What do
in the
you do?
cold,
Like, what does
I
your body do?
freeze.
Okay, but what do you, like, you tense up,
Yeah,
right?
tense
So that
up.
means
I
your
shiver.
muscles are really tight.
Yeah.
So if you drop a cold steak onto a hot pan, what is that about to do?
Let's go tense up.
It's going to tense up.
Yeah.
So that steak is really tense. It's tough. So it should always go to room temperature before you're cooking anything. So it's like that, like
Real
instinct.
practical
So it
game
gets
right
tender
there.
and relax.
Right. So
It's
yeah,
like
it's
stretching
relaxed.
first.
It's
Like
relaxed.
veal.
Yeah.
I think instinct.
Massage.
I know I got chef instincts
Yeah.
very high, but I need the other stuff to go with it.
And then salt is actually a very important ingredient in cooking.
Can you say that to all the Caucasians out there? No, listen, no disrespect.
But do you know why?
No, tell me.
So salt brings out flavor.
Come on.
So if you are 9 times out of 10, we're at a restaurant and you're like, this is like flat, add a little salt to it.
Yeah,
But
I
this is
did
also-
that to a restaurant recently.
Because I think everyone, especially in black households, we've gotten nervous with salt
Right.
because of high blood pressure.
Right.
But I was taught that if you cook with salt, it's far better. And you
Yeah.
can actually give yourself minerals, especially like sea
Yeah.
salt and
Right.
Celtic salt and pink salt that I
Right.
use.
Right.
I don't salt my food after.
Right.
So
Because
I
it
always
should
feel
be
like, yes,
throughout the process.
yeah, it brings. I feel like people should season and salt each step.
Right.
If I get the food and I have to add salt, I'm throwing it away.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Salt
You
Bay out
messed-
here
you-
ain't doing it right.
Nah, yeah, it's messed
He
up.
is. He is. Because finishing salt is like, it just adds like that last,
finishing
like,
salt.
it's finishing salt.
So it's a different kind of
bar.
salt.
I
So
never
what
even knew about
Salt
that.
Bay is doing, he's adding finishing salt to the steak.
What kind of salt is that?
It's sea salt. It's like Maldon.
So it's
like,
mild. It's
like
mild.
flaky sea salt.
Got it. It's not a lot to it.
No,
It's really just
yeah.
for look.
It's not table salt. It's
Yeah.
not that iodized
Yeah,
salt.
it's just for look.
Yeah.
then. Okay.
Yeah.
All
But
right,
they
that
say,
makes-
I don't know, I forget what the science is, but they say you should have a little salt in the morning before you go work out. Forgot.
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah.
Add salt and like Himalayan salt to your water.
it's like a
Yeah.
pre-workout.
Really? I haven't. I'm a Jab with Chef tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Alex, if y'all don't know, Alex be over there getting after it with,
Yeah.
with Chev in the morning.
So I like,
I hear him. I'm babysitting
because I'm
during
complaining the whole time.
Yeah,
I like
I hear a
paprika
lot of complaining.
cayenne,
Paprika,
paprika,
and then you should always have smoked paprika.
smoked paprika, and cayenne.
Yeah.
Got
Because
that
paprika
cayenne.
is just like nothing.
I
But
damn near, if
smoked
you got
is something.
So do you
cayenne in
have,
your
like-
house, I damn near trust you.
Do you have like
Not really, but
what do we call like what is it, the Holy Trinity, like the Creole, like they have the celery and
So in Puerto Rican cooking,
Okay.
ours is called sofrito. So
sofrito.
Yeah.
Sofrito.
Okay. What is that? Break that down.
Cilantro,
Okay.
peppers, onions, garlic, salt, sazon.
And that's the base of every
That's
dish.
like the base of every dish. Yeah.
what is? Let me see. What is the basic standard I'm gonna say specifically women should have in a household? If a man goes over there and it's like red
And-
flag, she talking about she can cook and she ain't got these 5 to 10 spices in the house.
Okay, that's kind of okay.
I know. Let me get to it.
This is good.
Salt. Mm-hmm. Okay, 'cause if you're black,
Yeah, let's deal with the black people first.
because we love garlic powder, we love onion powder, we love paprika.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like
Do
those
we
are like
love paprika?
Smoked paprika.
I'm not a big fan.
Because what does paprika do? I thought paprika bring out flavor.
No, it's okay. Smoked paprika. So it's really just crushed red peppers. But if it's smoked, it has like a flavor to it. So I think if you are a woman, I'm trying to think.
No, just say it flat out.
Because my pantry is crazy.
I was about to say it's
So it's
decadent.
like, it's not like, but I think you should have
if you got to go with 10. Well,
10.
so we got 10 for a regular person, 10 for you. So 10 for the regular woman, you know what I mean, to where she got the Thanos stones. She ready to throw down.
Okay, salt, kosher salt, black pepper in a grinder, not the pure ground, because that's sawdust.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you ever,
That's all I use.
yeah, that looks like a not.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do it.
That
I just went.
I stopped myself. Okay.
I just that little.
So-
You're all right.
Salt, pepper, and everyday seasoning. But that can consist of like salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika.
Everyday seasoning? What do you
Like,
mean?
it's-
seasoning salt.
No.
Like a
Seasoned salt, adobo.
Heavy on
That's but seasoned salt can be very salty. And a lot of these like pre-packaged spices are
You're
very.
an adobo fan,
Huh?
I don't like that.
Why? It's the same. It's everyday seasoning.
It's not my everyday. I don't know. But all right. But
Okay, in a Hispanic
household. That's a Hispanic household.
In a black household, it's probably like Tony's,
Lawry's.
Zachary's.
Yeah, or Lawry's.
But that's a lot of salt. That's a lot of sodium.
Yeah.
Lawry's. I know Lawry's.
Lawry's will get you where you need to be.
I know Lawry's. Lawry's, you take a spoonful of that, you just.
And that's a lot of sodium.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, you know. Sweat it out.
You want black people to live longer.
I want to live long.
We want everybody to live.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So you got
salt on the
everyday
vegetables.
seasoning, so an adobo.
Adobo. I
then-
think you should always have a chicken in your freezer, like chicken breasts, whatever.
Yeah.
You should always have like chicken, steak, and shrimp in your freezer
And shrimp. Okay.
because it's like a seafood.
Yeah.
You know, two different types of proteins.
Yeah.
I think you should have chicken stock always.
Chicken stock. You make your own chicken stock?
Sometimes I do.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes I do. Soy sauce,
That's a process.
hot sauce.
What's your favorite hot sauce? Because I used to run a hot sauce brand. I ran Frank's Red Hot Sauce.
Okay, so Frank's is good for like buffalo wings.
Everything. It's easy. It's not
Yeah.
as spicy. Yeah.
No.
We didn't get to
Very
get to
vinegar.
y'all can finish the hot sauce conversation. I'll jump in later.
I like crystals.
Crystal's good.
And then tapatios for like my Mexican food.
Yeah. Louisiana.
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Let's get back to it. You threw out the steak, the chicken, and then the seafood, the shrimp. And what's next?
Okay, you should always have herbs. Always have herbs because herbs bring out flavor and it's like a finishing dish. So like
Which herbs? Thyme.
cilantro,
Okay.
parsley. Those are like your basic herbs. And then you should always have like an everything bowl. So it's like your lemons, your limes, your onions, and your garlic.
It's real good.
You messed out on something. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean,
We gotta have some salad.
Or other vegetables.
All these proteins and stuff. That's fine. She could throw some quinoa in there. You know what I mean?
okay,
Have some
damn you, let me
greens.
finish.
Well, I thought you had concluded.
No, you conclude for me.
Okay,
Come
well,
on,
let's
talk
continue.
that talk.
Let's
What
continue.
else?
Excuse
What else?
me,
What
what?
else is always in it? There's always some jasmine rice or something, I'm guessing.
Always rice.
Yeah.
Always rice. I use Carolina parboiled rice.
Okay.
Yeah. Always rice.
Solid.
So you really have to have like a stocked pantry.
A stock pantry.
So you can get creative.
Yeah, exactly. So
like
I
that.
always say
I like
like when
that.
you have a stocked pantry, you can really use your imagination to like make whatever dish you want.
So I want
People
to
like
get
shrimp so much.
I don't know. We love shrimp.
Love it.
Love shrimp.
But you
Shrimp, prawn.
gotta throw so much flavor and spices on it. It ain't even the shrimp you're liking.
If you just
I
use a
can-
little butter and lemon, it's not bad though too.
I can see what you're talking about though, because also a lot of people overcook shrimp.
Yeah, we grew up not eating seafood in the household because we was always taught they was bottom feeders of the sea.
Yes, I felt like you were going to say that.
Nah.
It's cockroaches of the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
You don't eat catfish, do you?
No, definitely not. I don't know. No.
You don't eat catfish?
I eat fried catfish.
I love catfish. I love catfish.
Oh no, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I don't eat
No,
cats. I don't eat catfish.
No, now catfish it's a dirty, they're bottom feeder.
That's
Oh
very
yeah,
good.
oh for
Yeah.
sure.
It's filthy.
Yeah.
It's filthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So, ladies, have some fruit in there, some mangoes. You know what I mean? Some mangoes.
Pineapple.
I do pineapple. I do
Pineapple.
pineapple.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some life in your kitchen. Too.
Yeah.
You feel me? Some life, not just dead meat. You tell me. Talk to me.
But if you want to cook, like, I feel like you're asking because you want a woman to cook for you.
Yeah, but like, so you gotta put some life around that cooking too, though.
Yeah.
Bring the plate to life.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
I know. Yeah, I don't know where he was going.
No, look. All right, so I said what she could have in there. So she got the spices, but you got to be able to make a man a salad.
Let's
No, yes, you should be able to make a man a
Can I
salad.
do this? I'm gonna approach it maybe slightly different because
Okay.
I understand where Key's going. I think you've given us a formula for what to stock the refrigerator with that you can in the pantry that can sit.
Yeah. There's so many.
Some of the other
much more.
things, yeah, your vegetables and stuff. That,
Yeah.
No,
that
the
can't
salad-
always sit.
the salad gotta always be there.
But you got to replenish that. That's not your
What you should
your kitchen
always
setup.
have.
Always have a salad in it.
Okay. So now when you're putting together, right, because you create recipes for, I'm guessing, restaurants, other chefs. You sell it for books, right, et cetera. When you're approaching that, how do you start? Is the protein at the center of it? Do you start with the salad, like Brother Keys is
I
wondering?
don't start with the salad, but I probably start with like a certain like flavor I want to
Got it.
like get out. Like, is it
Okay.
spicy?
Okay.
Is it savory? Is it like sweet and savory? Like, what is it? And then I kind of go from there. Like, what am I feeling? Like, is it like Italian, or do I want to go Puerto Rican, or do I want like? So it all really depends on like what type of flavor I'm trying
And are
to.
you just stacking the flavors? Like, walk us through. So like, because I bet you're probably leaving here and going to cook.
and also like what I crave too.
Okay.
So it's like,
What are you craving right now?
well, because I just made a fish fillet yesterday, so I'm really
Yeah.
craving another fish fillet. But I'm making curry chicken tonight.
With the caviar.
With the
You had the caviar tartar sauce.
Yeah,
Chef made it yesterday. It was, it
You
was
cook
hitting.
lamb?
It was hitting.
I do. I love lamb. I love lamb. But lamb, a lot of people don't like lamb because it's very gamey. So it's like, but I love lamb.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it really starts with like the flavor I'm trying to like get out.
Okay.
And like, do I want to focus on like any type of protein? And then the aromatics.
Okay.
So usually it's always like onions and garlic,
Yeah,
depending
yeah.
like what it is. And then is it a red curry or is it Jamaican curry? It just really depends. Like,
But you like spice. You're
I do
spice.
like spice.
Yeah, you're into
Yeah.
spices.
Spice is
You're
nice.
into the
I
hot.
do
You're
like-
into the hot sauce.
yes, I do like spice. That's my Instagram.
I know. Yeah. So plug the Instagram.
Just add hot sauce on all
Just
platforms.
add hot
Just
sauce.
add hot sauce.
See, had I known when I was running Frank's Red Hot Sauce, that was the line we put that shit on everything. You would have been
Oh.
the perfect.
Just add hot sauce. Look
That's
at that.
it. On everything.
Now, but let me
Flavor
ask you though,
enhancement.
is adding hot sauce disrespectful to the chef? Because doesn't it like mask the flavors that they just put together for this culinary
I
experience?
think in certain restaurants, yes. But if you are having gumbo, it enhances the flavor. Because, like, when you're,
I'm talking about the vegan gumbo.
no, I'm talking about like andouille
Proper-
sausage.
proper gumbo.
Gumbo, yes.
Seafood and double
Seafood,
sausage.
yeah. All that. So, like, when you're,
Just clarify.
so when someone's like cleansing their palate. So cleansing your palate is like to basically reset whatever you're eating. So I'm going to go back to like, a beefy taco. So you're eating a beefy taco and you put like salsa on it because it's like very acidic, and hot sauce is very acidic. So it's cleansing your palate. So you're tasting that beef again. Do you get what I'm saying? Kind of?
I get the idea of cleansing the palate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think hot sauce, it just adds a different type of flavor to the dish.
I didn't realize that. So the acid resets.
Yeah. So, like, because you have a juicy piece of steak.
Yeah.
You're adding that chimichurri. Like, it's cleansing your
Highly
palate.
acidic.
Yeah.
Got it.
So you're not just tasting like steak.
So tell me this out. So what's next? What are you
A
dreaming of? Right?
cookbook.
Okay, that's what I'm
Okay,
talking about. 'Cause
talk-
I'm like,
hey.
A cookbook under a publisher.
that's what I like. Because
And season 2 of Spice Baby.
oh, they got to give you season 2. If not, we got a platform for it.
Yeah. See?
So-
yeah.
So if they playing
Like that,
around,
man.
we got you. You know,
Thank you.
come on over to Death Row. You can make whatever you want. You know,
A lot of vegan.
I'm not vegan, first of all.
Okay, joke. JK.
I'm just
JK.
healthy.
So am I.
Congratulations.
That was shade on
No, I meant it.
yeah, I felt
That
it.
was shade.
I felt it.
That was shade.
It felt kind of spicy.
It's very spicy.
Yeah, it felt a little spicy. It was off brand. It was off brand. I
You
didn't
know,
like it.
I've been giving a lot of
I don't-
congratulations during
I don't
this
know.
interview. I just wanted to.
We probably have to
be
cut that part
consistent.
out. We probably have to cut that out. That was very off brand.
Nah, it wasn't off brand.
I didn't even know him. I don't think it was off brand.
I just wanted to give congratulations. That's
So,
my new
alright, so-
thing now.
So what you are going to do is you are getting season 2
Amen.
of your own show, and you are writing a
A
book
cookbook. Yep.
under a publisher. What's the theme of the cookbook?
So I don't know. I feel like it would be a love letter to like Maryland
Okay.
and like Puerto Rico and also like
Crabs
New
and stuff. What's
York.
the crabs they use in Maryland?
Blue crab.
Blue
Maryland
crab with the
crabs.
seasoning all on top of the.
All day.
Man,
It can be a lot.
I
but
can't
yeah.
do all that.
Yeah.
I like it in a good crab boil. You know,
Oh my
I like the water seasoned.
Maryland blue crab.
Yeah, and then you work all hard. And there's no meat.
But it's more of like just like the community, like it's like the ritual.
Okay, guys,
Yeah.
to sit down.
Yeah.
sit down.
And you're just like cracking crabs and like drinking and like,
Yeah, it's like crawfish in,
yeah,
in
because there's
Louisiana.
nothing in crawfish.
A little bit, but yeah.
What's your favorite fish?
Catfish. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Listen, if that's your thing, that's your thing.
No, I love a
I grew up off
branzino.
ocean perch.
Branzino.
I love a branzino.
Ooh,
Yeah, I can see.
And a halibut. I
crispy skin.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
Or
that.
the whole fish.
What's your favorite dish?
Oxtail.
Come on, Jamaican.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm an athlete. Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
I can make. I'm not Jamaican, but I can make a pretty good oxtail.
I think you and Chev should have an oxtail cook-off.
Now
the house.
she's Caribbean,
I
so
just-
I'm good. I'm nervous.
I think y'all should do that.
We should.
Sounds like
This-
you benefit the most.
This weekend is amazing. I don't think we have anything to do. this
Chev
weekend.
is Caribbean. She's Caribbean. Like
Chev,
Cuban, all of
if
it.
you see this, I need you and Alex to do this oxtail cook-off. Because, see, she used to have me doing fried chicken cook-offs at the house.
See, I'm not
All
good.
these people, it's 20, 30 people in the house.
Yeah.
You know how much chicken you got to fry for that many people? That
I'm
was
not good at
ridiculous.
frying chicken. You can take my black card.
It's okay.
I'm not good.
Oh,
You-
wait a minute. You can't fry chicken?
I got a recipe for you.
No. So this is what
And we
happened.
can do it healthy, too.
This is what happened when I fried
Healthier.
chicken. I had a boyfriend in college, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna do like soul food Sundays and like have him and his friends over." So I fried some chicken, and I had my friends over too, and he bit into it and it was raw. So
Yeah, I knew it was going there.
I have been scarred since I was like
The
20.
grease was too hot, huh? Yeah, and you pulled it too quick.
And every time
I ain't gonna lie, you might lose a lot of credibility with a lot of listeners after that part.
Probably.
You got all the way up to
This was
the
college.
end.
This was college, though.
college.
She never
But-
said she could fry chicken too.
Because of that, I still don't like frying chicken.
All right,
You
then.
gotta just have enough grease, so you just watch it rise.
Oh,
And I don't even eat fried chicken no more, but everybody knows.
it still
You gotta
makes
know
me
how to
so
fry chicken
nervous.
to be a chef.
I want you to battle. I want you to
Listen,
tackle
I
that.
can fry chicken.
That
but I don't
I
like
feel like that
fried
gotta be the last test you take before you leave culinary school.
Frying
chicken. I didn't
chicken.
go to
Yeah.
culinary school. And in culinary
Oh,
school, you
my
learn.
bad.
See, that was shade, but it's okay. Listen,
No,
it's
it
okay.
wasn't.
It's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm having fun this episode.
No,
Listen,
it's okay, Taurus.
but that actually even more street culinary school.
No,
You
I-
definitely got to fry chicken.
Facts.
You got to have a double master in frying chicken.
I was scarred when I was
Best
20.
person that listen, you supposed to get over that little trauma. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing. He the one bit into the chicken,
I
not
know.
you.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? He was scarred.
He's scarred.
I
Yeah.
just don't like frying chicken.
I think you should try that again.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
try it again.
My pops is the best at it. I'm not gonna lie.
My friend Robert is really great at frying chicken.
Robert, fried chicken.
ready for the oxtail. So
See? Now I
Yeah.
can make oxtail.
What about y'all mango cheesecake?
What?
Y'all-
I don't know where they came from.
I went in Canada. I was at this place called Casa Madera, and
A mango? I mean,
they
I
had
like
this
mango.
cheesecake. Man, it was
I
so
think he
good.
just made a request.
I am a good baker. I don't bake a lot.
I grew up
but
at a bakery.
Did you? I don't see a lot of desserts on your.
I used to want to go to pastry school.
So that's more of the passion over.
Actually, you
Yeah.
know what? That's probably going to be what my show will be about, baking, because that's my background.
And that seems very technical.
It's very technical.
Yeah.
It's very
So I'm
like,
not a great baker.
yeah.
You gotta. We
You have
grew
to
up
follow
rolling the
it.
dough, making the cookies. We made carrot pies, bean pies,
No, y'all made
apple
some bean
pies,
pies.
blueberry cheese, Oakland.
Bean pies be hitting though.
Yeah, them
The
bean
Oakland is
pies.
a bay, right?
Specific
That's
location where you get them from.
Bean pies in a little paper.
Listen, I think the
That
best pie in the
newspaper
world
bean
is a
pie
carrot
get you where you
pie.
need to be.
It's called a honey carrot pie.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
What's a carrot pie?
It's like a bean pie.
It's this magnificent invention.
You mash it up. So
Oh.
it's like a sweet potato.
Yeah,
Like a sweet
With
potato
honey
pie,
carrot.
bean pie, same thing.
Texture, everything about it
Carrot.
is love.
Yeah.
But it got to be. See, that's the problem with pies and things of that nature. Everybody can't make it.
No.
Some pies are lies.
pies and
Yeah.
cakes,
They don't
stuff
be
get
hitting
dry.
right.
Yeah.
I'm a bean pie connoisseur. I had them across the planet Earth, and everyone don't hit the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've only had bean pies in LA on the corner.
Yeah, well,
Really?
you good then. Them pies is good.
Yeah. Well, they're very good.
I done been to some cities and it
Bean
wasn't
pie,
right.
brother? You want a bean pie, brother? They used to always that in the newspaper.
Yeah.
I've only had bean
With the
pies
bow
like a couple
ties?
times.
Yeah, they had the bow ties and the suits.
There's sometimes you got to go to some of the private bean pie manufacturers.
See, I never experienced
I got to give you this.
Yeah,
It's
I need
5
that.
star.
I need that. Yeah,
Michelin chef stop.
What's your favorite thing to bake? Because I didn't know this about you.
I love to bake. Okay, so when I was younger, I would make a coconut cake for my dad's barbecues every year.
Sounds like it.
So I would always make like a coconut cake.
I like pineapple coconut cakes.
See, it's the texture of the pineapple, like, yeah. But like, I would
Carrot
always
cake?
make I love carrot cake.
Ooh,
I
German
love
chocolate
carrot
cake?
I love carrot cake.
No, because the texture
Oh,
of the icing.
my pops was. It's
Pecan
my
pie?
pops. That's why I like those.
I do like pecan pie.
Man, I like a pecan pie.
But I can make a really good brown butter chocolate chip cookie.
the best pecan pies are in
vegan?
Oakland.
No, brown
No,
butter.
brown butter.
Yeah.
Brown butter. Mhm.
At the old,
I do like the
there's
vegan
this
desserts.
old Black Panther Party location, and now it's a bakery. What's it called? Is that It's All Good Bakery? I think it's called. But they make the best pecan pies in the world. They've been there forever.
That's in Oakland?
Yeah,
Yeah, we need to go see that. We should probably go check that out.
best in the world. Best
think
because
we
I
have
didn't
to
even
do an
like
episode
pecan
up there.
pies, but them made me a
I like
believer.
pecan pie.
I
What
love-
is it?
I love
Pecan? No, I
We
think
call it
I
pecan.
call it pecan, but I think
I
in
think
the South
pecan.
they say pecan.
I think no, I say pecan.
We call it pecan.
You say
over
pecan?
here.
In the East
Pecan.
Coast, yeah, it's
We
all-
pecan over here.
Yeah. Pecan pie, man. That's
Pecan.
yeah, all that.
Same.
Anyway, it's delicious.
Same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we doing the cookbook. What else? What else you want out of LA? We need these dudes to start acting right. Hey, we need these fellas to start acting right. She out here dating.
She's trying to find somebody to cook for.
Yeah.
No,
Somebody get this woman off the market. Y'all playing around.
You get pecan pie.
Yeah, LA.
You get
LA.
2 protein, seafood.
LA fellas is playing around. Y'all playing around.
No, I'm having a good time dating.
Hey, we need to put an end to the good times.
Yeah.
That kind of way.
Yeah.
We're gonna add a little focus and concentration.
Some permanent
I'm
time.
looking in my camera. Do y'all see this woman to the right of me? Need y'all to step y'all game up.
Put this the off the street cam.
Stop
off
playing
the street
around.
cam. Give her his off the street
Stop
cam.
playing around, man. Come on, fellas.
You know, continue to build my business, and
All right, so this what my last question
Yes.
for you is. It goes into the focus of it all, right?
Okay.
There's a lot of people that they want to start a cookbook, they want to start a cook show, they want to network, they want to do all these things. But how do you actually, find that from the start to finish, right? Without making the excuses, without being completely distracted, without saying I've made it, therefore I don't need to do more. Like, how do you get to that point where you're really pulling out those ideas and manifesting them?
I think as not corny, but you have to be very delusional, to believe in yourself. Because I never thought that oh, I want a cooking show. Do I think I could get a cooking show? Possibly, but I think you have to be so delusional and believe in yourself that you're just so laser focused. This is what the fuck I'm about to do. I don't know how, but I'm going to put myself in these spaces. Even I am an athlete. I was terrified. I was like, I don't know what I'm about to do.
I know we didn't even have a kitchen for you.
Yeah, I cooked at my friend's house.
Yeah, you had the hot pot going in the back, and
So
still
it was
put
just
down.
you have to
Good.
believe in yourself so hard that you're just fuck it. And someone told me this a while ago.
Love that.
They were I think putting content out or just whatever they were like, no one cares. So if you really think about like, actually no one cares about your shit and you're just doing what you love to do, I think everything will happen. So I have to think about like, no one cares, no one cares, no one cares, no one cares.
Do what you want.
Yeah, but then you had to go network, right? You had to write down a plan. You had to go after it. Like once you have the attitude adjustment, then it's the execution adjustment, right? You got to make sure that you're intentional in every aspect of your step-by-step process.
But I think it's also like knowing networking, yes. But I always say it's not who you know, it's who knows you. Because it's like, yeah, you can know a lot of people, but if Keenan's in an office and he's like, actually, I know this really great girl who will be great for this. It's like, oh, because he knows me. So it's like, it's not who I know, it's who knows me. So it's like, that's why I always have to think of like, and put yourself in places where you can meet people. And also don't be so fucking weird. Cause once you put networking, you could be like, oh my God.
No, I feel
Networking
you.
is like weird.
Yeah.
Networking do be weird.
It's because then it's like,
I feel like LA networking is weird. It felt
It's just
better
too much.
in New York.
LA networking
Yes.
be too much
Yeah, like
talking.
Yeah.
New York networking, it was a little smoother. Like,
Yeah.
it's very
LA networking is talking about a whole bunch of shit that ain't gonna happen.
that ain't gonna happen.
yeah.
And
It's
then
like
having this
overly
enthusiasm
transactional
like it's
without
about to.
having the transaction.
And
Yeah.
so I just be withdrawn, just like, oh, really? Congratulations.
Yeah. It's just, and I feel like I met a lot of people through partying back in New York.
Just being out.
Just being
Everybody
out.
was out though.
Yeah.
We were all out, and it felt natural, felt organic.
Yeah.
It feels very forced in LA.
Yeah. I
I'm
could.
not-
Yeah.
And that's sad because I'm from LA too. It's just it's not like it used to be.
East Coast is
weird.
better.
Yeah, I'm
But-
gonna follow up. Like it's just
getting
if
real.
we go do something, you know what I mean? You gotta make it real now. I don't need to have a bunch of follow ups about a follow up about a follow up.
Yeah.
That ain't worth my
Yeah.
time. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, I'll be feeling like I just do it myself. If the opportunity is real, then it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't need to keep talking about it.
Yeah, I mean that's real.
Some people, you know, you create a relationship with, you personalize that relationship because, as you said, adding on to it's about who knows you and it's about how they feel about you, right? And what
Right.
value they can add.
Right.
So Keenan knows a lot of different people, but it's like, wait a minute. Not only when you think about you got to have a good feeling. This
Right.
person's going to add value.
Right.
I'm going to look good by adding this person because they're going to add value.
Yeah.
That to me is like how I got every job I've ever had. And I don't work for nobody no more. But when I did, I had never went to an interview without getting a job because I always made them look smart by hiring me. So
Period.
when people bring up your name, you have to think about how can you make them look good by them
Yeah.
presenting you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I
I
feel
do
like that's
believe-
what
I
people
do
don't know how
believe
to do
that.
a lot.
Yeah. But I think that's true. Like how you make people feel when you are around them.
Right.
Like that's a really important.
So I'm gonna bring in the chef. She better know how to salt. Better know how to fry some chicken. Better.
I know that people will be like, you don't know how to fry chicken? I can fry chicken. I
That's
don't
the
like
name of this
fried chicken.
episode. The chef who can't
You
fry
have to
chicken.
do some content with fried chicken.
The most
Now,
successful
like,
chef.
You've really
can't
set
fry
yourself
chicken.
up. Like so now you
I'm
really
telling you,
have to.
when he bit into that chicken and it was raw, I was like,
Don't paint that picture. Let's not lead the people with that.
Yeah, you know how to fry mushrooms?
I made a really great fried oyster mushroom
Yeah,
sandwich.
that's good. That's the vegan version. That's
Right.
better. Get the lion's mane mushroom. You ever did work with that?
I did oyster mushroom.
No, I'm saying you ever tried the lion's mane? Oh
No.
yeah, the lion's mane mushroom
Lion's
help
mane's
with the
good.
brain.
Yeah.
So you
You
eat
can do
that,
it. You
man.
can do
That's
a
a
crab
smart
cake.
sandwich.
You can do a crab cake
No, see,
with
I
the
want
lion's
crab.
mane.
I
Yeah,
want
'cause you're from
crab.
Maryland.
Yeah, I want crab.
But it's pretty good. Even for the
Try it.
I'm not
Try it.
I'm not pro vegan, but it is it's a nice side dish.
Every time we get it, he ain't even got to say that. I'm not pro vegan, but you know, if it's a vegetable, I might.
I just don't want anybody being confused. You know what
Oh
I mean?
yeah, no. Listen,
There's a line in the sand.
I understand vegan.
I done made my sense.
I get it. Like I enjoy it.
I'm not a
sometimes.
vegan, so you ain't got to talk to me when you
I'm
say
not.
it.
I'm talking
Talk to the
the
vegans.
people. The vegan people.
You got some great vegan recipes though. So
Not really. I did.
I was trying to throw you soft. You just threw that shit.
Well,
on.
no, the oyster
trying to make sure.
mushroom,
I did an oyster.
the oyster mushrooms with the salad and the mango cheesecake.
Got great sides though.
Yeah, that are vegan.
Yeah, they can eat the sides.
Yeah.
That's usually all vegans need.
Sometimes I
always make extra sides
Yeah,
for my vegan.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the sides be the best in the restaurants. I ain't gonna lie.
Usually when they,
If you go to a soul food restaurant, the size
The
is
size.
everything.
Yes. Okay.
I'm
They
talking
always
about
have meat in it.
You gotta excuse me. I'm thinking black context.
Turkey neck. You know what I mean?
You talking about in the greens?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know about no ham hock. But a little turkey juice in the juice, I'll live.
No pork on your fork.
Yeah, none.
Okay. I
No
make
swine in my time. You talking about?
I make greens with turkey.
Yeah, now
Smoked turkey.
Smoked turkeys.
that I can do. I ain't gonna lie, cause listen, I know you can be the strictest vegan in the world, vegetarian, whatever you is, but them smoked turkeys, green, just the flavoring.
The flavor.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you can
can take it
manufacture
out.
that flavoring and do it without it, fine.
Yeah.
But that flavoring, pass me that all day. I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. I'm not gonna look. I ain't gonna cap it down. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smoked turkey neck.
Smoked turkey neck.
Some jollof rice. Talk
I
to
don't
them.
do the jollof.
You don't know about no. Come
Why?
on.
Oh, the Nigerian
eh,
community
eh.
or the
Where's
all
my
the Af-
Ghanaians?
Yeah, the
and my
African community come
Nigerians
for you
It's like jollof from where?
from Ghana.
or Nigeria.
Or Nigeria.
They different.
Yeah.
They different.
They're
though.
different.
So
I
which
don't-
one? That's what.
I don't.
Now, we don't get in the middle.
Jollof conversation. You got to be very specific.
I don't get in the middle of
there's
jollof
balance.
wars.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
don't
real-
either. I don't either.
But I'm gonna say, I will
know,
say
Mexico
this.
Don't say the Nigerian jollof.
When I was in Ghana, I had a bowl of jollof that was so good.
No, it's you don't like it.
Actually, there's a place in
Depends on
Atlanta that got some great jollof. Great.
Where?
In Atlanta.
Oh,
And I was just out in Paris. They had some jollof at this African restaurant.
Okay, Paris.
It's called Flo's or something. Man, it's one of the best African spots in the world.
it's so good. It's like
It can be. No, it can be.
It-
can be.
yeah.
I don't like when it's too much tomato paste in it.
Oh,
So that's
If
the-
it's
you ain't,
tomato-
you ain't even going
no,
to the right
which-
African.
No, it's just different parts. So like, which jollof has all the?
What was the last African country you went to?
South Africa was last.
Yeah, they're not in the race.
No, not for that.
Not
yeah.
the jollof war.
No, they're not in the jollof.
No, I can say this. Listen, I know enough about my Africans to know.
we international.
No disrespect to Tyler and the South African Tyler and Elon Musk, but they not in this.
Nigerian, right? Is it?
yeah.
It's spicy, but I think it has more. It has tomato paste, right? Which
But
one
I
has
think-
tomato paste?
Nigerian.
Nigerian,
But I
right?
think
The Nigerian
the
jollof.
has
All right, I'm
tomato-
not crazy.
Now I don't want.
I listen. All
I'm
I
not
know
a big
is
fan of tomato paste. That's why.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's why I'm like that jollof. I don't like.
Got it.
The jollof from Ghana, I'm cool with.
But
Yeah.
they have tomato. I don't know.
Love. It's a lot of
I
love.
don't know because I don't want
But
to.
I do like the spice of the
roasted on the
Nigerian food.
internet.
Yeah, the Nigerian spice is hidden. I love that.
jollof, plantains. Those are my things.
Yeah,
Like,
but that guy, Chef Kwame, he has in
but in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been to that
Yeah.
spot. That's
What's
good.
called Brooklyn Chop House?
Nah.
no, that's a steakhouse.
That's the steakhouse.
Shout out to Brooklyn Chop House.
But I
bro.
love Brooklyn Chop House.
Yeah,
That's
it
a
too.
good time.
Kwame, he was on Billions. What's the name of
No,
that
you're
spot?
talking about the guy from Harlem, I think.
Oh,
With
yeah.
it's like wait,
Tatiana's.
Tatiana.
Tatiana's.
Yeah.
But the guy, I think
him
he's
right.
Nigerian. I think it's called Chop House, but African. I don't know.
We're gonna look at all of it.
Yeah.
We'll drop it in there because
Yeah.
we like all of it. We support all the restaurants.
Yeah.
They cooking out there. Well, I love it. Well, Alex, anything you want to leave us with? Because I appreciate your time.
What about all the aspiring chefs out there, little girls that want to be able to cook for their husbands in the future of the world?
Or not just cook for husbands, cook for yourself.
I hear all of that. Listen, I'm talking to the fellas, then talking to the ladies so that we can make a point for y'all later on. So when you get to the big age, you trying to find a man that know how to
Big
cook.
age.
I don't know where we are going.
Look, I'm trying to. No, seriously though, for all of those people that's out there aspiring to be chefs, can you give them some commentary, like the future of chefing, cooking, right? The business of it, like, how do they get started and take it serious?
I think you feel the fear and you do it anyway. If you want to cook, it's an instinct, it's a feeling, it's self-care. You are pouring into yourself by cooking something for yourself. So just do it. Yeah.
And I will say this: you got amazing energy. You are always and just great spirits, and I think that is what comes out in the food.
I
think that's why
appreciate
you
that.
Put that touch on it.
That matters.
Well, Alex,
No
thank
angry
you
chefs.
again.
No angry chefs.
Thank you again for gracing the platform. You guys, thank y'all for watching. It's another episode of Manifest House.
Been to
Well,
the
Alex,
house.
they can find you where? Tell them
You
all.
can find me on all the platforms. What platform? No, Instagram, just add hot sauce. I have a
it.
newsletter on Substack, and you can find my cooking show on Tastemade called Spice Spice Baby.
Come on. There it is. Boom.
So y'all
Thank
like
y'all.
10 different businesses to start with this too. So pay attention.
Game.
What were they?
The newsletter.
Oh, the newsletter, yes.
The recipes, the ebook, the cooking show, the podcast, all of them.
classes, the cooking
classes.
Cooking classes.
Yeah, now you come up with your own spices, the classes,
hot sauce,
personal chef,
Do you do
events.
personal chef?
No.
Do that? You don't do that.
No.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Well, hey,
Because I
you
don't want
could.
people to tell me what to cook.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
But events, you will do an event.
I started getting back into catering recently.
Okay.
Now, I don't know. I cried in the car, but
Wow.
because it broke me down. But
was a lot of work.
It was for 200 people.
Well, if y'all got the big bag, you can send her a message.
Yeah.
She might.
Yeah.
She might cater your.
Yeah, you might see her catering at the house, Manifest House.
Sure. Not vegan. No, I'm joking.
I will. Dave, thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Another episode. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
This is about the playground for your dreams, because it's not something that you can give up.
Manifest House. Manifest House. Manifest House. Manifest House.